But what was the question?
I'm here at this panel at Visual Country in front of like 200 peeps. Just gonna talk about video content stuff. Super excited. Ron's gonna be filming it the whole time. All right. Okay, any last minute pointers before I go up there?
Just be yourself, James.
Okay.
Listen to the question and slow down, like don't talk too fast.
I have a problem with mumbling. Okay, I have a problem with mumbling.
Yeah.
James Ryan Oliger, aka Krispyshorts, is the co-founder of Jerry Media, which he founded with the king of memes, Fuck Jerry. And that's the only time I get to say fuck tonight, unfortunately. Super disappointing. And a truly funny guy. So, James, I'm going to start a question directed to you.
Okay.
So, you came from the finance world.
Yes.
And now you are a comedian? Would you call yourself a comedian?
I'm not a comedian, content producer.
So how did you get started? How did you get started? How did you transition from that world of finance into video?
So that's a good question. So I went to Boston College, studied finance, thought that was the path that I wanted to go down. I wanted to be a stockbroker, a trader. I needed to be in investment banking because that's what everybody was doing at the time. Studied that for 4 years, was like kind of into it, then got a job right out of college in New York at a hedge fund. I hated every second of it. It was in 2008 when the world was like ending. Got fired, went to a consulting job stayed there for 5-6 years, and I was just rotting at my desk. Like 9 to 6, unappreciated work, and I hated every second of it. And I knew like there was something out there for me, I didn't know what it was. But I always remember like creating videos when I was a younger kid, even if it was an iPhone. I was going away on a vacation with my ex-girlfriend who dumped me, but I would make like, these short videos. We went on a trip and I would edit them up, and I was like, it's so nice to watch when I'm 20 or 30 years older from this point on. So when I was like stuck in my job, I would get my friends together and we would create these videos. Just weird random ideas about a girl not liking you or being obsessed with pizza. And they were like, okay, I shot it with an iPhone. And then I got like 1,000 followers, and I was like, this is it. This is my calling. I'm gonna blow up. A year later, I had like 1,001 followers. So I knew like I had a passion for making videos. I would make like 3 on the weekends, and no one would watch. But I'd get like 10 comments. I'd be like, this is really funny. You should do this for a living. So there's this guy, Fuck Jerry, who now has 11 million followers. He makes memes, but he's like one of the largest comedic presences in New York. At the time, he had 1 million followers, but every day I would DM him and this other guy, the Fat Jew. And I was like, you guys gotta check out my videos. You guys gotta check out my videos. And one day, Elliot, Fuck Jerry, was like, you're really annoying, but come see me. So I brought him a large pizza. I had a meeting with him and like really hit it off. And at the time, he had so many brands coming to him, like Vogue or any of the rum brands, and saying like, I need video content for this, but I don't even know how to hold a camera. Can you help me with this? In return, I'll grow your account. So he grew my account to a couple 100,000 followers. I did this for a year at my job, and then one day I was like, there's a chance to at least make like $30,000, $40,000, enough money to live on, but I'll be happy. So I decided to quit my job where I was making good money, and we started this agency a year ago, and it just like took off. Elliot's account took off. All these major brands were looking for video content, and I had my approach, which was like a humorous video content approach to making any brand. Like, let's say we did videos for Domino's yesterday, and it did really well. Just an example, I wish I could show you guys some videos that we did, but we produce funny content for brands that aren't usually taking the comedic angle. Like I could do a spot for Windex right now, and I think we could come up with a great campaign for them. And we kind of like the challenge of making a non-cool brand. Not cool, but we just like to sell our products in a unique way. But that's what we're doing right now, and we're also running social media for brands, and it's just like a market that was so untouched a couple years ago. Now it's blowing up, and there's just so much opportunity, especially for people who know how to do video or want to do video. You just got to get in touch with the right people. But yeah, that's kind of my story, and it's taken off so far, and yeah.
Cool. Congrats.
Thanks.
That's exciting.
Did I just like trail off?
No, that was the question. How do you approach that with brands to say, like, this is what you need to do, this is important, and this is going to be effective?
I'll tell you the biggest reason, I think one of the only reasons we use comedy, is when you post an audience, let's use you for an example. Let's say you guys have 100,000 followers, and you make a post.
300,000.
Excuse me.
Don't charge change, girl.
Excuse me. But you're marketing every day to that direct 300,000 followers, right? Unless you use some form of content that someone's going to want to share, you're marketing to that same 300,000 followers every day. You want people to share your content. So I think, a very similar view of the company I work for, that comedy is the best way for someone to tag their friends. I relate to this. This happened to me before. The only way to get outside opinions or outside views, outside of the people that already follow you, is in a tag, on Instagram specifically. So if you have 300,000 followers and you get 5,000 comments, you have 5,000 people that may see your page again. They're not all going to follow, but you do that consistently 3 times a day, your account is going to grow. And I think that's what Instagram growth today is impossible, especially with the algorithm. It's literally impossible. Comedy is one of the only ways you can do it now. And I'm convinced of that. Unless you do heavy influencer marketing. Influencer marketing is so expensive. It's so expensive, it really is. I'm sure you guys know that. It is, but we all, yeah, I'll get into that. My company offers growth, so we'll guarantee we get you 5,000 to 10,000 to 50,000 followers a month, because we have so many different accounts we'll tag all day.
How do you guarantee that?
Yeah, that's what tell me more.
So it's not just Fuck Jerry or my account. Yeah. We've acquired 20 different accounts over the last year and a half, spent a lot of money, but we have 30 million followers, and when we want to grow Marriott by 50,000 followers this month, we're going to tag from all of our accounts all day, tagging, whether it's a meme, it doesn't even make sense, or we'll use one of our travel pages and just a casual, this place is amazing, and just in this Marriott hotel, we'll just tag all day from 20 million, 30 million people until we hit our number. And that's really one of the only ways to consistently grow, and I think we're one of the only agencies that do it. Probably gave you just guys the secret sauce. But it's really hard to go on Instagram. So comedy is.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. To get back to the question, I think comedy is the best way for more people to comment on a post to get an outside viewer to say, oh, I like this profile, I'm gonna follow it. I think it's so important too. Like let's say your Bumble or Tinder, when you do influencer marketing, you're looking for downloads. When you guys are you're looking for sales, but at that level, the level both of you are on, it's so hard to see a spike in that. But I think when brands have the money to spend on out-of-home marketing, like things that are untracked, like a billboard, how do you really know if a billboard's making a difference? But if I'm walking to Times Square all the way down to Soho and I see 2 billboards, I might remember it, or I might remember a pop-up shop from Refinery 29, or 29 rooms, and I'm telling my friends about it 2 years later. That stuff matters.
Right.
It's expensive, but it matters. And I think a lot of brands are so, did I get downloads that night? You don't know if they talked about it with a friend that night and that led to a sale 2 weeks later.
What are you
talking about again?
When Instagram Story came out, did it kill Snapchat? Did you see a drop in like Snapchat views and everything? And do you think it's a replacement?
You saw a drop in views?
I saw a drop in views, I saw a drop in engagement, I saw a drop in everything. Even like my lineup went from like 20 people to like 3.
I'll tell you the telltale sign that I think it's fallen off. Do you guys remember over the last year, everybody was posting the Instagram ghost to Instagram, or sorry, the Snapchat ghost to Instagram, trying to tell you to follow their Snapchat?
Yeah.
Do you ever see that anymore?
No.
Ever. I don't ever see that anymore. So that was just for me, that was like, no one's doing that anymore. They're all using Instagram Stories.
How do you guys use music effectively in such a short form of video?
That's the final frontier.
I think it's an awesome question, man.
Yeah,
I think music is one of the most important parts of how to tell a good story. You have to use a powerful track because everybody will resonate with that song. Don't use some cheesy thing you found off a free music site. There's so many good artists on YouTube looking for you to play their music. They're so talented and they're not licensed. Just search YouTube. I'm gonna give you 1,000 different artists who I'm obsessed with. You get a toast walking down this hallway to a cool song in slow motion. I'm just like, that's amazing. Yeah, I think music is so important. So
Toast can't walk.